Look, I'm going to say this, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on the subject. Here's the thing about it. If your argument, the only argument you have in an argument is the argument you've been given, again, I'm going to explain to you guys who don't understand what circular reasoning is, okay? Black people live in a loop of European information, enslavement information. Screw the Bible. I'm talking about all the information you've been given outside of math and science. And the names behind the math and science are originally not even the names that are behind math and science. They're not discovering anything. These are seeing things that have already existed. Okay? Now, here's the thing about it. When you come back with me with information that you've gained from the United States, that lets me know a couple of things. You've never left the United States. Right? Because the United States is a repetitious lie. Anybody that's been out of the United States, including other Europeans, understand that in the United States, you're in a closed loop. All the information is recycled, and they tell you never hear real information outside of the United States not about the United States. So it makes you think you understand what's going on when you really don't. Now, that being said, if here's the thing about it. Some of you will say, well, I went to school, I went to college, I'm from the United States. Are you? Are you? Understand this. The Roman Catholic Church, which controls the world from a European perspective, and the Roman Empire that's still in existence because of the Catholic Church, influences everything religious. I don't care what church you go to, the Roman Church established it. That's what the Roman Church means, or the Catholic Church means world church. So it was the goal, alongside the military and legalism, to go into communities, enslave them, dumb diversus, to think like we think. Now, let me give you contrasting perspectives. The reason I respect the Roman Emperor Xerxes, or who you call Darius II, is because he knew that his philosophy, or understood that his philosophy was better than others, okay? Nobody knows that their philosophy is better than others, right? But when he conquered people, he left them with their religion and their language. In other words, he had a sense of decency, right? The reason you're blindfolded is because you can't see past what you've been told, okay? Now, there are very few of us that can, and it doesn't come from frustrated. You can find some Negroes that are so frustrated that they can't find the understanding even work in the world, because they know that everything is a lie. But here's the thing about it. If you're going to succeed, you got to know that all of this is a lie and know how to manipulate it. And also understand that your conscience isn't, here's the thing about it. I was about to say something, but you got to realize that if you believe in all the religion that was giving you, which is where your conscience lies, or believe that it is your conscience, then think about it, dude. You're fucked all around. So, here's where I'm coming from. When you say things like, well, we have material assets and we have this, that, and the other, and blah, 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 blah. How do you know? How do you know? And more importantly, understand this. Do an evaluation, all you who've done an evaluation, and tell me, what would it take to mine those material assets in the United States without already having a setup? Trillions. Why does the United States continue to dangle a carrot, which is infrastructure, which would subsidize everybody's work? It's not just the roads. It's the sea. It's everything. It's airports. It's everything. So they give $2 to the airport, and everybody's like, hey, they're on an infrastructure kick. But they send $90 billion to countries across seas. The United States is fucked because the mindset that leads the United States was fucked up from the beginning. It was never going to work. Everybody else do all the work, and we'll reap the benefits. They came over to have another Archie. Why do you think these fools went nuts when the queen died? Their queen. Because it's the mindset. Now let me get to the point. Whether you believe it or not, and I'll tell you it's true, because all you got to do is go to Texas and you see names all over the place of ranches. Every minority that's talking in the United States, all they're doing is talking. You don't control anything. Why do you think they let Mexicans take all the jobs? Who land they gonna work on? Don't nobody care, Mexican. I keep telling you, do you really think simply, look, at one time, slaves were bigger in population in the United States than white people. Did you guys know that? It doesn't matter. We don't own the land. Now, I'll give you all that information. Why do you think ranchers are all of a sudden selling land now? Because it's an asset, a material asset that can gain them funds. They're making money and they're leaving the United States from the perspective of their domicile, right? This is coming from somebody with a little money myself. You see me in the United States. I own several homes in Houston. I own land out in Texas. I own land in the hill country, okay? I don't live anywhere. I live wherever I am. I make money in the United States. And you better learn to do the same thing. The United States is simply going to be a labor state. Now you guys, we're going to go to war. Okay. Do you guys not understand the reason that for years, Russia had as many warheads or more than the United States has? Do you know why they never went to war? As crazy as you were told they are, because they understood that the economy couldn't handle it. Now you're taking a state, the United States, whose economy is built on motherfucking nothing. They have the mindset not to spend money, but use the people's money to make us more money as the rich people. That mindset will never go away. Do you understand? So if you're not going to have the private industry pay for infrastructure and the people don't have enough money, remember, you're not going back to making $4.50 an hour. Okay? So unless you're going to do that, the United States can't create trillions of dollars. And they can't do it out of the air anymore because we can't buy other people's shit to do it. Some of you, this is so far above your head, you'll never get it. But that's okay. You stupid. I get it. It's not, listen, look, none of the white folks that are living today, right, have the responsibility of changing what their forefathers did. And the money that their forefathers left them, you have to realize this. BRICS is 97% of the world. Once BRICS says all we're going with is this, so you can't buy nothing from us with just your labor anymore. You got to have your labor and something else. Then guess what happened? Not only the United States, but every European country. What is the greatest asset in France outside of France? What is the greatest asset outside of Italy except Italy? Fashion, who cares about that? Do you realize what that means once people don't have money? Germany, shipping. You're not going to ship anything. You're not shipping any European stuff because we don't want it. We're going to work with Africa and all these other people. I hope this gives you some perspective. Man, look, some of you say this is fear-mongering. This isn't fear-mongering. This is comprehensive understanding that a knowledgeable person has. Simple as that. This is life. You can look at it how you want to look at it. Positive thinking isn't going to change what's going to happen to the United States. Simple as that. Be dumb if you want to, but I would get prepared.